Hi class, my name is Matthew Sokol and I'll be your instructor for MATH120 Nature of Mathematics for the fall 2021 semester. I'm really looking forward to working with you all, and what I want to do in this welcome video is I just want to walk you through the course, explain how it's set up and how you access everything, and kind of go through the real nitty gritty of the course. Alright, so first things first, when you log into Blackboard, into our course, you're going to see all these different tabs over here: announcement, outline and overview, Wileyplus course content, discussion board, student grades, and WCC help. You'll always enter the classroom in the announcements tab. Every week you'll get at least one announcement from me, and to just be kind of like, hey class, this is what you should be working on this week, or this is any major announcements for the course. I'll also forward the announcements to your email, so you'll get them that way. One of the first things you're going to want to do is click on this tab that says outline and overview here. Okay, and you can see right here the first thing here is the course syllabus. All right, so I'm going to download that. Second thing here, you'll notice my contact information. If you ever need to get in contact with me, here's my email, and then also a link to my office hours via Zoom. All right, so let me go through the course syllabus with you real quick. All right, so as I said, this is MATH120, Nature of Mathematics. My name is Matthew Sokol. I'll be your instructor for the course. I do have an office location, but because of COVID, I will not be on campus this semester. So I'll be holding all my office hours via Zoom. So the Zoom meeting link is posted in the classroom. I have official office hours every Tuesday and Thursday from 9:30 to 12. And if you click here, you can just click this link and it'll take you right to my office hours. The only thing I ask is that if you do want to meet with me, just shoot me an email at least 5 minutes prior. I'm not going to leave the link just open the entire time, but I will be monitoring my email constantly during my office hours. So if you do want to join the office hours, just let me know ahead of time and I'll make sure I'm there for you. Okay. So as I said, my email is matthew.sokol@sunywcc.edu. If you ever need to get in contact with me, just shoot me an email. Our textbook is called The Heart of Mathematics, and we'll actually be using an online learning system called Wileyplus, and I'll explain that in a little bit and how you get registered in that. You'll also need a calculator for this course. A scientific calculator works best, but any calculator should be fine. Okay, so what is this course about? Nature of Mathematics. So it's the emphasis of this course is to improve problem-solving skills and extend students' understanding of the nature of mathematics beyond algebra. Okay, so there's not much algebra at all in this class. It's actually going to be a very different math course than you have ever taken before. We get to do a lot of cool topics, including problem solving, number theory, secret codes, the golden rectangle, symmetry, infinity, topology, chaos, fractals, the use and abuses of statistics, uncertainty, and decision making. So this course is appropriate for liberal arts students or entering fields of study that are not mathematically oriented. So it's going to be incredibly different than any other course you've ever done. All right. So the course is going to revolve around an online textbook and online homework system called Wileyplus. Okay. And so when we get into the next slides, or when I go back over through the course content here, I'll show you how to get registered in Wileyplus, and it's incredibly important that you get registered immediately. So I'm not going to read in total detail all this. I'll let you flip through the course outline here. But what we're going to do is we're going to work through Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, and then we'll come back and end on Chapter 7. I know it's a little out of order. But you can see here there are dates here listed that we will be completing these chapters. All right, and those will correspond to the course content when I get to it in a second. So I'll let you read about these chapters on your own in a little bit, for a little bit more detail. Okay, what you're probably interested in right now is how the course grade will be determined. All right, so the grading method. So grading is going to be made up of 4 things. The first one is homework. So homework will be assigned regularly, and we'll use the Wileyplus system. So there'll be a graded homework for each chapter we cover. Okay, each homework will be worth 50 points. Specifics about the homework are found in the Blackboard course, and I'll walk you through that in a second. Class discussions. Okay, so there's going to be class participation. All right, there's going to be 5 class discussions throughout the semester. So you're required to participate in these discussions. You are also required to engage your fellow students by responding to their posts. Each graded discussion will be worth 20 points. And specifics about these discussions and their rubric will be in the Blackboard course. So I'll show you that in a second. Then there's going to be a midterm exam. It's going to be taken the week of 10/18 to 10/24. Ignore this reference to spring break. That's just a little bit of a typo. Forgive that. But the midterm exam will be posted to Blackboard. It's going to be take-home exam of 8 to 10 questions, and you'll be required to submit it via Blackboard. I'll explain that in a second. And the specific information about that is posted in Blackboard, and it's worth 75 points. It's the same deal with the final exam. All right, just like the midterm exam, the final exam will be posted in Blackboard prior to the final week of class, and it'll be open during this week here, these dates. It will be due by the final day of class. It's also a take-home exam, 8 to 10 questions, and you submit via Blackboard. And this is also worth 75 points. This is incredibly important. I accept no work via email, so do not send me your exams, okay? I will show you in a second how to submit them. So here's how numerical exams will be calculated. So there's going to be 7 homeworks because we're going to work through 7 chapters. All right, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters. All right, 50 points each for a total of 350 points. That's going to be 58% of your grade. Your 5 discussions, where 20 points each, will be worth 17% of your grade. And then your midterm and finals are each worth 12.5% of your grade. Okay, so there's going to be a total of 600 points. And I'll determine letter grades by an average of your total points using the following scales. All right. Attendance is an important part of the learning process. While this is an online course, I will be checking your attendance will be monitored with class logins. Without regular attendance, it's difficult to succeed in this class. You're expected to log into the class at least 3 times each week, and you should plan to log in more as needed. Late work policy. So Wileyplus assignments are actually open at the start of the class. They're all open now and due at the last day class. All other assignments have strict due dates, all right, that are posted in the classroom. So if you submit an assignment like a discussion or a midterm late for any reason, okay, you'll get half credit, okay? That's discussions. The midterm and final exams will not be accepted late for any reason, okay? So Wileyplus, you should still complete on time, but they're open until the end of class. Discussions are accepted late for half credit, and midterm and final exams are not accepted late. Okay, so going next, where you're going to spend most of your time is this Wileyplus system here. So let me click on this, okay? And what you'll see here is when you log in, you're going to see all these folders, and these folders correspond to the chapters of the class, okay? Like again, the midterm exam and the final exam and their dates. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to get registered in Wileyplus. So you'll see this PDF here, and it says Wileyplus Registration. So when I click on that, it explains to you how to register in Wileyplus, okay? But the way you get started is literally you just click on any folder, go down to, I don't know, Chapter 1, Readings and Lectures, and you're going to see all these little tabs here like this, okay? These are Wileyplus tabs. All you're going to do is you're just going to click on the tab, and the first time you click on the tab, it's going to take you to a place where you can create your Wileyplus account. Okay, and so when you do that, just follow the instructions on this PDF file. Okay, you're going to have to purchase the access code. The access code will come to you via email, and then once you get the 4-digit activation code, you're going to be good. Okay. So each chapter, okay, you'll notice that for each section, all right, each chapter I have a folder here. So let me just pick chapter, I don't know, chapter 2 here. Okay, every folder, I'll even do chapter 1 because that's where we're going to start. Every folder is going to contain the same thing. It's going to contain an overview of what the chapter is about, a checklist that you will need to complete, all right, to knock off everything in that section. And then there's going to be a folder for readings and lectures and assignments. So for each for each chapter, what you'll see is there'll be a link to the textbook to read. So let me click on that. And you'll see it'll take you to something that looks like this. Okay, and the textbook is actually really good. You know, a lot of times people are like, oh, textbooks are terrible. This one's really, really good. So for the chapter 1, the first thing you should do is you should read through the chapter. Okay. Then there's all these interactive tools, all right? Kind of just going over, the concepts in the chapter. And then for every chapter, there's going to be a little lecture that I record. So in chapter 1, there's only one lecture I've recorded. But if I look at some other chapters, let me show you the statistics chapter or something. you can see I have a bunch more lectures, okay? And I try to keep the lectures on the shorter side, you know, maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, some are even shorter. But just kind of going over the main topics in the chapter for you. Okay, so you're going to do that, and then going back here, after you've done the reading and lectures, then you're going to go to this new tab here, this new folder that says Chapter 1 Assignments. Click on this. And you can see here it says, okay, this is what you need to complete. So it says you need to complete the welcome forum. There's a link down to the discussion boards. I'll show you that in a second. The Chapter 1 discussion and the Chapter 1 Wileyplus assignment. You see here how it says Chapter 1 assignment. When you click on that, it will take you to the Chapter 1 assignment in Wileyplus. And when you're ready to begin, you just click on a problem. And then you're going to have to answer all the questions, okay? And if you need help, there's a link to the e-text for this. And you can also, after, you know, if you need a hint on it, you can click on the hint here, okay? And you have more than a single attempt on each problem, so you can work until you get it correct. All right, the discussion board. As I said, there were graded discussions. Click here, the discussion board. There's a general question forum here. Use this forum to ask any course-related questions, answer it. I'll answer it. Then there's a welcome forum. This is one of the first things you should do. So, you know, please take some time to post a short bio and a picture if you wish to this forum. It'll give us a chance to get to know each other. I'll read the bios and respond to you. And you can see here how it's graded. It's worth 20 points. 15 points for your write-up, 5 points for your participation. Okay, so you should respond to at least 2 of the posts of your fellow students. You know, read it, see if you have anything in common, comment on that, maybe ask them a question. And then as we go through, there's going to be other forums. Like you can see the Chapter 1 forum is here. And let me, hold on one second. Let me exit this. And then as we get going, you're going to see that all these other forums will open up for you, okay, for when they're due, okay? So that's kind of the course. You know, as you work through the course, you can see your student grades here for you on everything. And then if you ever need help, there's a tab with all this different help for WCC stuff. So that's the course real briefly. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. But one of the first things you should do is definitely try to get registered in that Wileyplus system. And then otherwise, I look forward to working with each of you in the coming weeks.